I want us to talk about the Ugandans in Nigeria. They are saying so many good things about Nigeria. If you go to their pages, different pages, so many of them saying so many amazing things about Nigeria. But I don't easily get carried away by those other things everybody is posting in Nigeria. There are discussions that I want us to talk about. These are the videos I want to react to. Yes, I will bring to you the good ones, the bad ones, the ugly ones. However, I want us to talk about certain things that are critical. If you're a Nigerian here and you know me, you will know that I love talking about that part that you may shy away from talking about. Hello, brothers and sisters, welcome to my channel. Now, I would love you to watch this video with me.
In this video, I'm sharing things that I failed to understand completely. They kept my head spinning all through my time while I was in Nigeria. Where should I start from? My name is Tiwe. I'm a Ugandan who visited Nigeria for a wedding and I stayed for the love. I've been here for 30 days. Trust me, as you're watching this video, my 30 days finished yesterday and I've exited Nigeria already because I don't want you to say this and then you find me on the street, you fail to buy for me Zobo drink because I said what I said. No, I'm wise. So let me start with the very first thing. First things first. Even if you're going to give someone feedback that is hard or some people call it negative feedback, but all feedback is constructive. You understand? Depending on your frame of mind. So me, I'm not saying this to drag the country or the people down, but I'm saying this as my experiences, to share out my experiences. Now, I pity people who are not yet married because Nigerian men are handsome, very handsome, tall. You people who are tall and handsome, they're tall. It's here. Very handsome that even if you are married and you have self-control, you will sin. Me, I'm married. Thank God for self-control. Otherwise, it's only by the grace of God. Otherwise, they are handsome. Don't say I didn't tell you. The few I've met, you see a handsome guy and he's peeing on the road. I'm like, with all this handsomeness, with all this look, that's the only thing that broke my heart. I didn't say all guys here pee on the road. The few I met, remember this country has over 200 million people. I didn't meet all of them. The few I met and saw, there is no single guy I saw peeing on the road that was ugly. All of them were handsome made, like beards, and they were peeing on the road. I don't care. I'll say my experience. I'll put it here. You will not threaten me. Why are you peeing on the road? It's a very important concern that sometimes that even the government has to put a poster. Don't urinate here. Why? Why? Have you seen any woman urinate on the road? You men, have you seen any woman urinate on the road? You are the ones making the city smell like sewage. Why do you pee on the road, handsome men? And you stand and put borehole on the road. Why? So that thing I fail to understand. Or someone told me they are pressed. Their health comes first. You guys have not passed some spaces, some places. The stench of urine is too much, and it's not sewage. No. I know there are drainage problems in Lagos. That is not for me to address. It's not sewage. It's people, these handsome men standing as boreholes on the road, and they pee on the roadsides. Even on the perimeter walls. Even on the perimeter, someone will stand and put borehole and pee there. Why? I told you this video, I don't fear. I'm posting it when I'm out. Why do you pee on the road, handsome men? That's why I meet these days. Even if I'm telling you, my sister, before you say yes to that handsome guy, first take a walk with him. That's an evening walk. If you find that he pees on the road, run for your life. Because why? I don't know if you guys see it as normal. To me, it is not. It has been baffling me. The other day, I almost walked to a guy and I almost asked him, why are you peeing on the road? I remember I'm in another country and what if he slaps me? I will faint and I may never return to life. I said, let me hold my peace. After all, 30 days are coming and I'm exiting. Then at the end of the day, you drag the government, yet your P2 is smelling, is on the road smelling. You realize not all problems we have in Africa are government problems. We have government issues. Then you tell me, oh, government has not put public toilets. Why don't women also pee? You mean they are not pressed? It is you guys because you know you can take advantage, just stand as bore a hole and pee anyhow. You think women don't get pressed? So not all problems we have in Africa actually are government problems. Some we are the hindrance. We Africans, some problems we are the problems. So if we are the problem, who will come as solution? We are the very solutions to those problems. Some areas, the breeze will change, it will be fresh if some of you stop peeing on the road. Why have I overdosed on this peeing thing? Because it angered me a lot. And I promised God that in all my videos, I've been positive all through. There are a lot of bad things, of course, to talk about. I think I don't see them. That's why most of you have been like, oh, your sharing is biased. It was intentional. I didn't want to share negative things about most of the countries I go to. I don't share negative things. I think the only thing that was not beautiful or nice that I put out here is Makoko.
One, that's the point. Handsomeness. Yes, Nigerian men are handsome. Sometimes you can even say that they are pretty because, sometimes when you look at some guys, you begin to wonder when God created them, how God took his time to create them in his so handsome image. And you begin to glorify the name of the Lord. However, in Nigeria, especially in the big cities, I do not know why some of our people prefer to urinate on the road. Is it because you feel that, oh, you're a man? It is common, especially in the downtowns. Yes, 6, you're absolutely correct. And I need my brothers to listen. It is not the right way of doing things. And I think it's actually a West African problem. Yes. Maybe because we do not have governments that are actually, dealt with a lot of people by using them to show examples. Especially when they go out to drink. From there, they will jump out. They will just go to the corner of a wall. Pum! They will bring out the thing. Pum! They will start to urinate. How? This has nothing to do with people who are educated, both the educated, both the non-educated, especially downtowns. Why don't you people try it when you go to those upper areas? There are some places you will pass through and the stench, God, you begin to ask, what is going on here? Beautiful places, amenities set up by governments. Yet you'll be shouting government is bad. But that place that they just commissioned, just go there after 1 year. Except it is in a high-end area. Why is it that when projects are done in Ikoyi and in Lekki, they will last? If you go to some places in Abuja, all these high-end areas, they will be there. But when they are built in downtowns, go to Oshodi, Mushi, so many places, beautiful structures, you will see our Alaye guys. They will go there and they will be wooing there. Even sometimes our young boys will join them. Not just that, go to the streets. You will see somebody, they will just come out of their shop. Phew, they will open their zip. Phew, the next thing they will bring it out. Indiscriminately. They will start to wee. Why? That's the question, why? Yes, we are dragging government. But your environment will be smelling. Not because they poured dirt there, but because you, learned men who are learned, men who pass through the university, you bring it out and you will start wooing. I also want to talk to some people too, businessmen. So I think sometimes it's not even about being learned. I think some of them are businessmen. Yes. They may be wealthy. Please, can we stop wee indiscriminately? It is wrong. I'm talking to men. You heard what the young lady said. And I think it's a West African problem. Something is happening in so many neighboring nations. We win on the streets, on the road. Why? It's wrong, my darlings. It is wrong. All right, let's proceed.
The next one, I fail to understand how in a simple, innocent conversation a tribe will slide in. And the generalization is not called for. Let me tell you, one of the things that propagates tribalism a lot is the generalization. You get offended by Atiwe, who's Ugandan, and then the next thing you say, Ugandans are like this. You've only met Atiwe with her bad manners. Then you want to define the whole of country. So when other Ugandans hear that, a rage will be created in their heart, and they'll try to defend themselves. And not all people have intelligence of defense to themselves. They will instead drag Nigeria down. Nigerians are like this. So in that defense mode, we are propagating more division than unity. Here is the context to approve. Someone commented when you were saying they're not going to watch my videos anymore because I didn't highlight how a certain tribe went through genocide. I'm just saying this and that. I told him, what do I know about any history in Nigeria? Because I don't know. Trust me, I don't know anything. One Twitter guy, I don't remember the page because someone sent me the link. Thank God my Twitter is not working in Nigeria. And thank God I'm not even big on Twitter. I don't care. I've even failed to use Twitter, which is X, you guys. It's X. And one dubious guy who is also a problem, I add him to the problems of this country, got my video where I was addressing the matter generally, because I was telling this guy, why do you drag me in your tribalism? I don't know a thing about any history of any tribe in Nigeria. One dubious guy got it and posted it on X and said, a certain African lady was traveling around Nigeria and she was praising, let me mention tribes, I didn't want to mention them, but I'll mention them for context, that she was praising Yoruba people. I didn't say anything or Yoruba anything. Even the time I made that post, I was in Rivers State, with my Ogoni people. Then say she was praising Yoruba people for being nice to her. People have been nice to me. And me, I can't tell that this person being nice to me is this tribe or that. I felt that in its sense was tribal, what was instigating a certain tribal rivalry or a certain fight that is beyond my power and my capacity. That she was praising them and then the Igbos got speaking. That thing put me off. It was completely out of context. But most people will go with what someone captioned the video than the content of the video, because people don't want to listen and understand. I didn't drag any tribe in my video. I did not drag any tribe. But how someone used that video to their benefit is what pained me. See, now I was fighting a fight that was bigger than me. I'm dragged in mud. Like, I was baffled. That's why I just decided to stay mute completely. Not that I don't have a mouth to reply, but I knew at this point whatever I'm going to say is going to be favoring a certain side of people and other side. So when you cross and say something that Igbos will pick it, some Igbos will pick it and then use it against the Yorubas, that kind of thing. It was not me seeing people of a certain tribe in my DM. Oh, why did you drag us? I'm like, did you listen very well to that video? It's only because someone got the video and used it to fight their wars to their advantage. So that thing baffled me. I don't understand how in the slightest thing someone will slide in a tribe. The other day I was talking to some guy that I was trying to do transfers of Ugandan people, or my Momo, Uganda mostly use Momo and all that. I'll come to that. Tell me how someone brings in tribe in the money matter. I'm like, I paused. There were people, at this point I was done. I asked him, how did any tribe come into this conversation? You are the problems in this country. How did any tribe come into this conversation? And for that matter, I'm done. I'm not transacting. I walked away because I didn't want to be dragged in things that are bigger than I. No. So I stand my ground. These days, even as long as I'm having a conversation with a Nigerian and I hear any tribe, oh, these people are like this, that generalization, my mind is shut. Trust me, I will not continue with the conversation. Trust me. I know myself. I stand for diversity. I stand for unity. So there is no way I will work against what I stand for. Never. So that thing baffled me till today. I don't understand it. How someone used my video to fight that battle. If you listen to that video of mine, I was addressing this particular person. I asked them, what history do I know about any particular tribe? Because the person was accusing me and my host that, oh, the people who brought you to Nigeria told you things about this tribe, which was not the case. Maybe, I think these are people who don't know how to express themselves. Maybe he would have said, oh, you should visit this kind of thing or this kind of museum. There is history of this tribe that you need to know so that you understand the background, aware of people and where they have come from. But at this point, I do not want any tribal talk. Even if it's history of any tribe, I don't want, because what will I use it for? How will it benefit my life?
I love the fact that she's the one that talked about it, tribalism. It has eaten too deep in us. And when I say tribalism, I'm not just talking about tribalism within Nigeria. I'm going to even talk about it in terms of nations. A Nigerian would do something, they would generalize all Nigerians. They will use one bad Nigerian to qualify all Nigerians. The same thing is applicable within Nigeria. The Igbos, oh, the Yorubas, yes, that's how the Yorubas are. The moment we begin to accept solution, the moment we begin to analyze issues without being tribal, that is when Nigeria will start getting its foothold. That is when our solution will start working in this nation. And that is why sometimes any little thing you say will easily trigger people. As for me, I don't care. I will say it, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Igbo, whether you are EBP or why, because I want to set a channel where I shall be tribalistic. That is the only way you will listen. Because once you start talking with tribal sentiment, there becomes a problem. Tribalism is dealing with us in Nigeria and we need to stop. So yeah, she's absolutely correct. There are so many people that do not want to take correction simply because it came from a Yoruba person. Oh, Yoruba people, what do they know? They are the ones, why will I accept it? There are people that know that what this Igbo woman is saying is true, but simply because she's an Igbo woman, you may not want to listen. There are people that will be like, oh, these are Hausa people, because it is an Hausa person that is telling you the truth, you don't want to listen. Oh, what do they know? Edo people. I beg you, advice from Edokwa. Yes, Edokwa. But because it's an Edo, you may not want to take it. Tribalism, it is dealing with us in Nigeria. Tribalism. Because it is a Yoruba person that said it. It is not an Igbo person that said it. Oh, it is an Igbo person that said it. Oh, it is not a Yoruba person that said it. Oh, because you've heard that the name, oh, you've read the name, it's an Igbo name. Because of that, everything they said is nothing. We are failing it in this nation. And please, count me out. Do not bring me and my generation into your tribalistic problem. I don't want to get involved. Do not put my name into it. My name is my name. My tribe is my tribe. But I have chosen not to be part of your tribalism in this beautiful nation. Let's proceed.
Beyond our power, all of us. The heat in Nigeria. I can't say I didn't understand it. I understood it very well. But, God, though, I failed to get used to it. Now, what I failed to get used to is not exactly the heat, but the life spending more hours in AC and fan. It's not me. Trust me, I don't know. However hot it is, I will switch off the AC, switch off the fan and sleep. I was telling this, my sister was laughing at me. She's like, no, you're being weird. The AC needs to be on to cool the environment. I'm like, I don't want to confuse my body. Currently, I'm in 16, temperature 16. Then I get out there and it is 40. My body, what if I collapse? The times I've taken baths here are uncountable. And if I'm told to describe the weather in Nigeria, it's this. You will bathe and at the same time you're sweating. I don't know how that is possible, but you are bathing as you are sweating. That is the weather and the temperature and the heat in Nigeria.
Well, Nigeria is hot, yes. West Africa generally is hot, especially from someone who came from East Africa. All right, and we are used to it. You may not know how hot our region is until you travel out of this region, out of West Africa, and you return. Yes, Nigeria is hot. I don't even know how to explain it, but yes, it's hot. And we are used to it.
I failed to understand the issue of the bus moving with an open door several times. I don't know if it's because of the heat that people leave the door open so that people can get fresh air, the passengers. I failed to understand. At some point, I was like, what if someone falls out? What if someone falls out? And every time it was me seated on the door, trust me, I will hold on to someone because I'm not ready to fall out. That thing I didn't understand. Several buses would move with open doors, like open, it's not locked. And I'm like, sometimes I would say, please close. Like, no, manage. Oh, yeah, manage. You guys love the word manage. Oh, yeah, manage. I'm like, yeah. Hey. So that is it. I failed to get used to that. Not that I didn't like it, because even me, I liked the fresh air, but I failed to come to terms with it. Every time I sat in a bus, I would beg them, please close the door.
Some buses in Lagos are open. Well, dear sister, you're correct. I think it's peculiar to Lagos. Yeah, I think mostly Lagos. Is the downfalls. If you look at the buses that are open, you will see that they are old buses, all right? The new buses in place right now, of course, doors are closed. Another thing that can make the bus open is when they've jam-packed people in the bus, which is not the right thing to do. That it is taking place or happening in my nation does not make it right. I can't stand here to say, oh, that's how we do it. No, that's the wrong way of doing things. See all these handfuls, they are outdated, and Lagos State government is trying their best to push them off the road. But you see, our people are not ready. You see, we're not ready to accept development. We want development, but we are not ready to accept the development. All right. So you see them still making use of these rickety buses. Sometimes, in fact, those buses are just engines. For me, if you ask me, they are just engines that are functional. Nothing is functional inside those buses. Am I lying? Please, if you are resident in Lagos, say hi. You know what I'm saying. Especially if you're living on the mainland or you move in public transport, you understand what I'm saying. There is nothing inside those buses. They are just engines. Hard chairs, hard seats. And some will say yes, it's because of overpopulation, but I will tell you that the buses are old and they are not supposed to be on the road anymore. But despite what the government has done, they are liars. They are still there. And I believe government needs to do something. Most of these things are not supposed to be on the road. They are weapons fashioned against innocent citizens. Sometimes you will sit down, it is either the iron or the rod will tear your shirt or it will tear your skirt or your wrapper. It's not funny. No, I understand you, girl. Some of them, they don't have doors. Not that they are trying to form. They don't have doors. Some of them, they need to tie the doors with a rope. Yes, because they are old. Those of them that have good doors, you see that once everybody had entered inside, they will do what? They will push it. Another thing again is this. They've already put someone on this chair that the conductor is supposed to stay. You know that we have conductor and the driver. But put someone on his chair and will stand or be flying or be standing.
Gaining weight. I've gained weight in Nigeria. I know some of you will say in the comment section, but I know you told me, but egusi, fried rice, gari, malt, have abused them, and it's my fault. I have abused them to the maximum.
Of course, there is a tendency for you to gain weight in West Africa, all right, because of the way we eat. We don't manage food in West Africa. Like those of you in East Africa, you see that one is a plus. It's a plus for us in West Africa. I don't know how East Africans manage to survive. It is in our nature to eat well. In one soup, you see the meat. Well, of course, you have your stockfish, your dry fish, your smoked fish, your meat, goat meat, cow meat, cow leg, a lot of things. We don't manage food when we have it. So we eat well. And of course, is our eating pattern. The same is applicable to East Africans, not because they are poor, but it's because of the way they are groomed to eat. It's in their nature. It's their nature, not because they don't have the food, but it is because of how they grew up to eat, how they were groomed to eat. So yeah, you are bound to eat well, and if you don't control your appetites, you will eat more here. And again, we have good foods. We have tasty dishes, delicacies up and down in Nigeria or West Africa in general. So yes, you tend to gain weight in West Africa generally. Yeah. So let's proceed.
I think I failed to get used to is the tone of voice. I told you all people have been kind to me. There's no one I asked for direction and they didn't help. Very kind to me. But the tone they use, because I'm not used to it, at first I was like, he's rude. It's not. I'm used to niceness. And most people who have niceness, they pretend it, they fake it. It's not that all nice people are kind. You agree with me? So people have been so kind with me, but with their tone, I didn't feel any kind of like niceness. But at the same time, they were kind. Everyone I asked for direction, Mama, go there, don't follow anyone. Oh yeah, hear me. Then someone comes and calls him, Oga, waiting. I'm still directing this woman. Can't you wait? So to me, I would freak out. But it was so kind of them. They give you safety precautions to follow directions and everything. Check on you. Are you fine? No? Sure, you're fine. No? But I think it's the tone of voice that I was not used to. I'm so used to a low, calm tone. And that's what we translate for niceness. But I've also come to realize that some of our niceness is, it's a masquerade party. We just wear it. It's not who we are. I love that when someone, that is how they talk, and at the end of the day, they solve your problem. But these people, there are some people who talk nice and sweet and soft, and they will never direct you anywhere. I don't know. I'm busy. You understand? I didn't get any of that here. I got it. I got that tough tone, but I got my directions. So, but still, I'm taking long to adjust to the tone, whereby I can find people just jazzing their things. They're talking. I'm like, I first pause a minute. I'm like, are they still a dispute or what? They're just emphasizing their own things. I think it is the tone I'm learning to adjust to.
Concerning our voice, the tone, yes, maybe sometimes we may come out as aggressive, but we do not mean any harm. We are helpful, we are nice, but the tone, somebody said that Nigerians are naturally sarcastic. I think I will go with that. So yes, we don't pretend, hell, sir. No, we don't do that. We go straight to the point. What you see is what you get in Nigeria. We dish it as we see it, aura for aura. What are you looking for? We don't try to, to pet people. No. If you ask me a question, I'll go straight to the point to direct you. If you say something that I did not understand, I will ask you, what do you mean by that? I do not need to be so cautious, bowing, cutting. No. It is who we are in Nigeria. We are real. We are firm. We have the words. We know how to package it. All right, dear brothers and sisters. I like creating to such content because they tend to put us on the right track. They tend to enable us, educate a lot of you. Also to clarify certain things and to address some issues in our nation. All right. I believe in constructive criticisms. It is why we are here. We are not here to pay lip service or to always listen to good reviews. All right, we also have so many of them that said a lot of things. Like this lady you watched here, she had said a lot of good things about Nigeria. She had already, in fact, I love the girl, and I love her. She balanced it. All right, we have so many Ugandans that came to Nigeria, and they have a lot of good things to say about our beautiful nation. And some of them said that you need Nigerian friends. Please listen to this. Watch this video, and you will know that my nation is a beautiful nation.
When we were at Mama Dinkala 2, waiting for our flight to Port Harcourt, I saw different airlines with different names like Enugu Air, Ibom, is it Enugu Air? Ibom, I think that's it for Akwa Ibom. I'm told Kali Airline, the one managed by ValueJet, is from Calabar. I was going to say Calabar. So, is it that every state in Nigeria has its own airline? Is it? Guys, Nigerians will remain the giants of Africa. Let me explain. In fashion, currently, Nigeria is leading in Africa. Yes, and they will continue to lead until further notice. Tell me why some of the fabrics here in my country, they cost 3 times, and here I get them like 3-4 times less. How are we going to compete with these people? Oh my goodness. Whereby by the time they make a cloth, let me say maybe they spend like a good cloth, let me say example, maybe it's 1 million naira. What would cost them 1 million naira will cost me at least 4 million naira to make. So my people, Nigerians will remain the giants of Africa. I submit my case with utmost respect and politeness.
If you get a chance to travel abroad, don't look for your people. Don't look for your people. Just go ahead and look for Nigerians. Look for a community of Nigerians. If you really want your future to be brighter, if you really want to have a definition of why you traveled, the truth is, try to mingle with Nigerians.
All right, dear beautiful people, what more can I say? Nigeria is a beautiful place to be in. And that is why I tell us, as a Nigerian, you need to be proud of being a Nigerian. That is a simple truth. There are so many good things about us. When you have Nigerian friends, you are lucky. So many Nigerians know what they are doing. And I want to say thank you so much to the Ugandans. Thank you so much to all the foreigners who came to Nigeria to enjoy Nigeria for what it has to offer, as well as giving us the constructive criticisms that we need.